Hi everyone, my name is Kopo Ramokapane. Today I'll be presenting our work on predicting how users lie online. This is the work I did with Gaurav, Jose, and Sören. First, why did we do the study? Data has become very important in our everyday life. It's useful for personalizing services, predicting, and providing intelligence. Because of many benefits of data, some providers end up collecting more data than they require, in some cases leading to data misuse. As a result, data misuse has become a threat to data collection. Also, users end up feeling that they are being asked for more data than they want to provide. As a result, they develop ways of protecting their personal data. One way is through falsifying data. However, false data may be bad for everyone. It can lead to all sorts of things, wrong predictions for providers, and for users it may affect the services they receive, or even disadvantage them. Existing literature around data falsification focuses on various areas. Some work has focused on reasons why people lie, the frequency of lying, or even factors that contribute to lying. These studies, however, have not explored the possibility of predicting whether an individual will provide false information. And also, none of them has explored how users actually lie in practice. Given the context and data attributes, we aim to fill this gap by exploring the following questions. First, we want to understand if it's possible to predict with high accuracy whether an individual will provide truthful information or not. Secondly, we want to identify factors that influence provision of truthful information. And lastly, we want to understand how these lies are made. What did we do? Based on movie ticket purchasing scenario, we created a survey and asked 875 people to answer 50 questions. The questions focus on personal information of the participants, other people, and movies. For each question, we varied sensitivity, relevance, and effort. To determine sensitivity of our questions or even to balance other contextual variables, we ran several pre-test studies. We also used machine learning techniques and thematic analysis to analyze our data. Detailed methodology is provided in the paper. What did we find? We developed two models. Model 1 used all variables, while the second model used only contextual variables, which is effort, comfort, and relevance. Using all the variables, our classifier predicted truthfulness with an accuracy of 89.7% with a recall of 0.962. The second model, however, performed slightly less than the first model with an accuracy of 87.6%. This, however, shows that both classifiers can be used to predict whether an individual will provide truthful information or not. To identify factors that influence truthfulness, we used regression analysis. We found that contextual variables had the most significant effect on truthfulness, comfort being the highest. Regarding thematic analysis, we found that not all untruthful data is the same. Users use different strategies depending on what is being asked. We found that some users may provide invalid information. This is information that is completely untrue and does not follow any pattern or make any sense with regards to the question that is being asked. The second strategy involves following patterns or a format. Responses here can be valid and completely untrue, or valid but partially untrue. The third strategy involves users refusing to provide a response. In some cases, this may follow a pattern, for example, email addresses. We also show in our papers how users use these strategies with respect to the questions being asked. The most common strategy used was providing invalid information followed by refusing to answer. And most participants refused to answer or provided invalid information when asked for their social security number. To conclude this presentation, I'll share some of our takeaways. Our study shows that it is possible to predict whether an individual will provide truthful information or not with a very high accuracy. Also, partially true information is not bad at all. We have shown that people providing names of towns is still useful with regards to their addresses. We have also shown that service providers can choose which questions to answer if truthfulness is important to their use of data. Our study also shows that putting validation influences how users may lie. Lastly, some strategies reflect how pets work. This can be leveraged and be used to educate users about pets. We share and explain all this in our paper. Thank you.